Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Talk. We took a week off. Not really, I didn't. I made an entire Let's Talk, but it got shit. Okay, it's such a big thing. Like, I messed up, for one, in that Let's Talk significantly. Two, I was having a bad week. That was one of the things. So basically, I just finished last week. Let me just recap what happened. So I just made like a bunch of Fallout 4 parts. I love the way they came out. I went into it with like a feeling of being like, no matter what happens, I'm just gonna be calm and calm. I'm not gonna overthink things. I'm just gonna be super calm. It's gonna be great. That's what we're doing. And I love the way the parts came out. I thought it was really nice. I thought it was better than any of the parts in the following. A lot of the other Let's Plays I've done. I was really proud of those that sitting. And the way it turned out. Anyways, not the point. The point is that right after that sitting, I went to record the Let's Talk because I still had some energy. I wanted to get that out for you guys a day early because it was Thursday. Now, the thing that sucks is that recently I've been figuring out how to better use commentary audio, how to level it to make it sound smoother, not less like vocally pitchy, I guess. So like, you know, audio waves do this, like it's like just like a sea of a heartbeat kind of. Well, sometimes it peaks, and when it peaks, it hurts your ears. Everyone's voice kind of does that sometimes when it jumps around a lot, and my voice jumps around a ton. So yeah, I ended up figuring out how to adjust that, but in order to make it sound better, you also need it to be quite loud. So I increased it, but then I recorded some Fallout, and when I jump in my Fallout game, it levels the audio to whatever the game is for whatever reason. My recording software is weird, so I didn't get any of the negative effects, or I didn't see that the audio was off in any sort. But when I got out of the game, that's when my amped up audio that I put in was finally being affected or applied. So my audio was blown out to hell. And it sucked because it was one of those Let's Talks where I thought it was great. Like, I was really happy about it because for those of you guys who do not know, I'm not always 100%. Like, you know, I know in almost all my videos I tried to persuade me being like, yeah, because generally I am. I think it's one of the things I kind of messed up on last week is I kind of let myself get a little messed up by the numbers, because it's as much as I don't pay attention to the numbers like almost ever, it is sometimes hard to not notice something. Like basically, I came up with the analogy of basically saying that to you guys, that think of yourself as like you make cars, you know, something that you spend a lot of time on making, and you feel like you're somewhat good at it. So you make these cars, you put so much time into these cars, but no one's buying the cars, you know what I mean? Like that's kind of the thing I got from it. And the thing that kind of made me bummed out a little bit is that when I seen every so often you get an email that tells you how much money you made in that week. And the main problem is that I had no sleep that week at all. Usually I have one day a week that I completely take off and I don't do anything. I don't edit, I don't make videos, I don't make anything. I just shut up and like watch anime or YouTube videos, Netflix, Game of Thrones, anything. I just take a day off to shut the fuck up, and I honestly hate it. That day is the worst for me because I always end up feeling like I accomplished nothing and I don't like it. Anyways, not the point. That week I didn't actually have that day because I didn't plan videos correctly, so I didn't have that day. So I was really exhausted. So what ended up happening is I ended up, seeing that email, and the only way I can like summarize it is someone devaluing your effort. Like, so say you give everything your all, and physically, mentally, you're just dead. And then you see what that's worth, and that doesn't really look like it's worth a lot. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I come from. Like that would hit anybody down. Like, you being completely spent and just like, tired as can be, and you're happy with what you did, but you're like, just spent, and then seeing that your max effort isn't that much is it'll bring anybody down. It's not great. But with that being said, that whole week to me, because I was tired, was because I forgot the reason why in every one of my videos I am like, yeah, because it's a mindset. It's not me being like, everything's so great, because frankly enough, we're gonna talk about some stuff, but life this last couple weeks has not been great. The last couple weeks has been scary as hell, but I still managed to smile and managed to be happy. And again, it's a mindset that I kind of lost my way with. But anyways, so I was filming the Let's Talk, and it was a big downer for me because I talked about that. I kind of talked about I had a Let's Talk that was very much a real Let's Talk where I very rarely does it happen, but when it happens, it happens. And it's a Let's Talk that I completely go full-on teen angst, kind of. Like, I just pour my heart at you guys, tell you guys that I'm not feeling well, tell you guys the way I'm feeling, and then also tell you how I'm going to get better, because I'm not just like, boo-hoo. I'm like, boo-hoo, but let's not. Like, I'm like that. Anyway, so I really liked the video, but in that video, since I was having such a bad week and I was kind of really tired and all that whole thing, what I ended up doing was I ended up telling you guys my special goal. For those of you guys who do not know, for those of you who are new, if you hover over my channel profile pic, you'll see my channel description, and even to this day, it still has the same wording as I'm doing YouTube because I love games and all that other stuff, but I am working towards a certain goal. One day I might tell you guys that goal, but not yet, because I don't feel like I'm worthy of telling you yet. This, for one, is the biggest trigger for a lot of people. It's basically like saying, I have a secret, and it's so amazing, but I can't tell you. And yeah, I'm 100% aware of it. I'm not happy with myself, but yeah, I still believe in the fact that I'm not ready to tell you. But in that Let's Talk, I did. I completely told you everything. I did it so quick, because Let's Talks in general, they have to be up pretty like fast on the weekend. I have like a 2-day span to get them up. So yeah, I was like, okay, better get it up. And I'm starting to realize that's a bad idea. I shouldn't make that big of a decision, because it is a big decision. Like me telling you my goal is essentially me shaping what happens with my goal as well. I'm being an asshole, I realize, but it's a thing. Anyways, I'm going real fast. Anyways, so yeah, I told you my goal, and that wasn't the right time. The best thing I could explain was I felt really good about the Let's Talk, because, you know, I told you guys how I felt. I told you guys about my goal, and that felt like a really good burden off my chest. But looking back on it now, I am so thankful that video got trashed, because oh my god, by the way, the reason why the video got trashed is because the audio was blown out. I could try normalizing it 1,000 different ways, editing it in many different ways. It didn't help. It was dead. When an audio peaks so high, it will start to buckle, and there's nothing you can do to decrease that. It'll always sound weird, like really, really bad. And I have a quality, not standard, but like an itch, where I'm like, if it's not right, I'm like, get out of here. Don't want you. So yeah, that was something that happened. It was a thing, man. I can't even tell you. Like, I can't tell you that I was not ready for you guys to know about it. I still am not. Like, I'm not sure what it is either. I'm very much a person, and it's not a good thing. I'm very much a person that feels like I have to earn something. Like, I feel like I have to earn your respect. Second of all, I feel like I have to prove that I am worthy of a great thing, because what my goal is it's like a massively privileged thing. It's essentially having a good job. Let's just say that from people that I really love. Okay, enough of that. That might fuck it up a little bit. Anyways, it's not enough for anyone to have enough confidence to do anything about it. Anyways, so yeah, it's that kind of mindset. That's kind of how I look at things. Is I feel like I need to be worthy of something, and I'm not just like, I want it, give it to me. I'm like, I gotta prove myself first. And that's what I'm doing still. And that's what I'm trying to get a better hold of. Anyways, putting that aside, I made that really long. More so than I probably should have. But basically, made a Let's Talk. It was horrible because the audio was blown up, but I also covered two things. One of the biggest things being my goal, and I was not ready for you guys to hear it, so I'm pretty glad that video didn't happen because the audio was blown out. I was really upset about it at the time, but I'm okay now. I'm happy about it. By the way, 100% okay. Like, I know I said I was kind of like in a bad spot like last week. I'm okay now. Again, I got back into the mindset of like, live every day like it's fun. Like, do everything you can to enjoy. Make a conscious, I can't say that word. Make an effort to constantly have a good time. Like, you know, it's just a mindset. It's just an idea or something to constantly maintenance. Anyways, not the point. The point is that, oh my god, guys, I had the awkwardest week in my life, probably. I hate to even talk about it because it's just awkward. But yeah, also, we're gonna be talking about some stuff that you may want to leave. If you feel awkward or cringy, just go ahead and it's okay. I won't blame you. It's a weird thing. Anyways, so big thing is that last week I found a lump on my ball. Yeah, okay, so when this happens, what you're supposed to do is go talk to a doctor. I've recently been listening to a lot of podcasts where for some reason they all have something that's gone on with their testicles and they're dealing with that. So they're like, hey, no matter what happens, go to a doctor, because that could be like, you know, cancer. Go fucking do that. I don't care if you're like embarrassed, go do it. Yeah, the thing I'm gonna tell you guys, because I did go to the doctor, because I'm not a crazy person, and I want to stick around for you guys and for everyone and for myself. You know, I wouldn't mind living. That sounded emo as fuck. I really want to stay here, like 100%. I'd fight for every breath. Anyways, so the thing we're gonna be talking about is not going, because 100% you should go. 100%. Don't ever let anyone tell you different. But don't let anyone tell you like they understand what happened, because whenever somebody tries to comfort you about the situation, because for those of you guys who do not know, when you have a problem downstairs with your stuff, the doctor needs to see it, and more so with testicular stuff with your balls, he has to feel it. So yeah, that's where I'm coming from. That's what's gone down. So I ended up going to the thing and doing it. It was awkward. It was the most awkward experience you could think of. It's just weird. And it's so great because so many people have try to rationalize it. It can't be irrationalized. It's such an awkward experience, and I'm not gonna ever lie to you, and like people tried to do with me. They're like, oh, it doesn't matter. Don't even think about it. He's probably seen 1,000 of them. He's probably seen 1,000 of other people's junk in privates. Yeah, but he hasn't seen mine, isn't the thing. Like, I don't care. This guy is probably not awkward or nervous or embarrassed at all. I am. I'm showing a private part on my body to a random person. That is awkward. May not be awkward for him. Good for him. He's having a fine time. Me, I'm dying inside. I hate this. I hate this a lot. No, I've never had a man so close to my junk. It's been so fucked up. It's so fucked up. I'm sorry. But man, I had so many people being like, do you think it matters? Do you think he even cares? And I'm like, I don't care that he doesn't care. I care. It's my stuff. Don't you try to rationalize it with that stupid logic. It doesn't help anybody. Anyways, so that happened. That was not a good time. And it's even worse because he's like, yeah, he felt it. He said, oh yeah, it's something to be not really scared about, but concerned about, like to check it out. Like you come this far, might as well go the whole yard. So I went to get a scan, except, you know how, I don't remember the name of it, but you know how pregnant women, when they go to see their baby, they get like that gel put on them, and then they get they have this weird remote placed on top of their skin, and they get to see like a 3D model or something of them like that. Yeah, except you do that also with just random body parts, specifically your balls. So I had that happen on the balls. It was not a good time. It was real gross, honestly. It was pretty bad. Essentially, they take slime, like the same slime they put on a pregnant woman's stomach, except it's on your genitals, and it's I can't even. Oh god, I hope you guys are feeling as awkward as me as I'm talking about this. Okay. Anyway, so that was happening. Now, it wouldn't be as bad if it wasn't, it was a girl. I don't really mind. It was really not as bad as you think. But it was bad because she kept talking to me a lot when she was down there trying to do it. I'm trying to get out of my head. I'm trying not to think about it. I'm like, all right, whatever. This has got to happen. What if I have cancer and I didn't do anything about it? I'd hate myself. So I'm like, all right, shut up. But then she keeps asking me about questions about high school and whatnot. And I'm just like, yep, cool. Bet you were ripped. bet you were really athletic and strong. Can you hurry up? Can you hurry up, please? It's cold down there. I'm not even kidding right now. That's my mindset when doing it. But man, again, it might just because they're trying to calm you down, so they're kind of trying to keep you talking. But to me, it's just like, get me out of there. Get me out of there as fast as possible, please. Oh, Jesus. This whole video was a weird thing. But yeah, I'm waiting for the test results to come back. The doctor did say it's nothing bad. Well, didn't say nothing bad. Knock on wood. I hope to God it's not. But he did say that it most likely wasn't anything like that. It wasn't like testicular cancer, which thank God. So I'm waiting to hear back from it. Here's hoping, fingers crossed, that it's nothing. If it is, then well, I'll deal with it. I'll try to do my best to figure out what's gonna happen. And yeah. Anyways, like I said, been a scary week. Still really happy though. That's one of those things that I messed up last week, and again, that's one of the reasons why I'm so happy that the previous Let's Talk never happened, is because of the fact that I messed up. I ended up, digging myself into that hole that is kind of just like pointless depression, which is not, not a lot of people can control depression. I understand that, but to me, it was something that I could control. It was at a level in which it didn't need to be there. Yeah. Anyways, not the point. Yeah. Also, I've been dedicatedly sick forever. That's another thing that's not a happy point. Is that I almost always have a headache. I almost always feel like I'm boiling. Even I don't know what it is. I think recently, I'm not sure if you guys can tell, I'm fucking working out like crazy recently, and I'm actually pretty happy about it because I've actually gotten to the point where I can see the difference in just basic things now. But I'm also slightly, very slightly filling out just a tiny bit. I'm not gonna. I remember I did a Division video right around the Division camp that came out. It was like a Let's Talk, and my God, I was just like, I'm fucking jacked, guys. And I was looking back on the video, and I was like, bro. Your wrist is like a fucking dagger. Calm down. Then again, that's the one part about me that's always weird. Like, it's really weird. My bicep compared to this is always like a weird proportion. But also, what the fuck is, it's gonna look real dumb if I got like a giant bicep, a giant forearm, and then like a fucking tiny hand. It's gonna look real stupid. So I'm trying to build a decently sized bicep, a okay, you know, not too big wrist, and then have it basically fade into itself. So it's like a dagger. Like, it's like big, medium, small. I want it to go like that. I feel like it will look less weird that way. And that's what I'm dealing with right now. Also, I just recorded some Fallout. I know you guys aren't really like crazy into Fallout right now because you're probably playing that by yourself. Well, also, it's a metric ton of reasons why you're not really digging Fallout. I imagine it's because, one, if you're not into Fallout, you're not going to be into that. Secondly, it's a new DLC, so you're probably playing it yourself, and you probably want to play it yourself. Thirdly, the way I do videos for that series has always kind of been weird. It's kind of like a mixture of going really fast to really slow. Like, because sometimes when it's combat, we burn through combat really fast because my build is really strong. But when it comes to the interaction part, it takes a long time. So it kind of goes from like high momentum to no momentum, high momentum to no momentum, which I hope you guys enjoy. Because I do try to make the way the dialogue strings work, there's no downtime. So it's literally like the person talks and then my character immediately talks after that. Like almost like an actual conversation. There's no like downtime of like 10 minutes before my character's like, we'll go ahead and do that. Like it's really weird. So I try to take away that. Oh, also, I gave myself a haircut. You see that shit? Yeah, also another thing, I talked about it in another Let's Talk, my hair's kind of falling out randomly. It's great. It's real not. It's pretty shit. But it happened a while ago. I kind of come to terms with it. Luckily, it's just like a spurt. Like basically this. I didn't shave my head wrong. Essentially, it's just random parts in my head will sometimes start to fall out randomly, and I just gotta put a cream on it, and then it stops it from happening, and then it'll grow back. It's a weird thing. I haven't gotten inherited from anybody. It's just a random genetic fuck up, which, you know, we don't have enough of those in my fucking, my case. Anyways, so yeah, if you ever see what that right there, it's not like I shaved my head bald. It's not a scar. It's just something that goes on with me. It's not great. I just spat a lot. I'm sorry. But yeah, just something happens. Not a big deal. Also, Destiny Rise of Iron. I keep looking over here. You're right here. I'm sorry. Destiny Rise of Iron is coming out. I did make a Destiny video, and my god, dude, it was so good to be back. I'm not sure if the video did well at all. maybe it didn't, because a lot of you guys are on my channel for Battleborn, which makes complete sense. Also, on the topic of Battleborn, I'm gonna be trying to do at least one Battleborn video a week, maybe more. But the only reason why I say that is because, one, you guys are gonna get spammed with Fallout, because I'm trying to wrap up that DLC, but there's so much to do. So I probably won't wrap it up, but I'm trying to get through it. At least want to be like 80% done it by the time Destiny drops. Yeah, it's a big thing. So you guys are getting spammed by Fallout, but that's just because I'm trying to wrap up that series. And yeah, I probably will start double uploading because I'm going to be trying to burn through that. Not burn through it, but like play it substantially so that I don't have so much on my plate that I can do that. By the way, the Overwatch thing, I do want to get back into it, guys, but again, I've done the thing that I've always done, which is dig myself into a hole with 8 other Let's Plays happening. I'm an asshole. We'll get them done. Yeah. So yeah, I will try to do Battleborn at least once a week, at least Overwatch again, at least one video a week, because those are the games that I'm like the main games I want to cover on my channel. But then again, I love Destiny, guys. Destiny is a game that I went back and played it. It's a game that I can still drop 5 hours in and feel like that's nothing, and that's rarely happens. The only game that happens with is like Fallout, and that's like the beginning of Fallout. Now I kind of can only dump like 3 hours into Fallout before I start being like, cool. Like, that's about it. Also, I really hope you guys notice a difference in sound quality in the coming days, because recently I've been on YouTube for 4 years, and around 4 years. And I just gradually started. I don't really spend the money that I get from YouTube. So it's just kind of built up. So I'm finally spending it, but I'm spending it right back on the channel with a mic. It's a full-on condenser mic, which, you guys who do not know, condenser mics are like insanely good. What they do is they cancel out all sound around them, but the only thing that's changing is that the mic literally might be right up on my face, which it might be just like this, which is fine. Except I'll have it in like right here. Like it'll just be right here. I think it'll be okay. And yeah, that's what's going down. So hopefully you guys notice that change. Again, I don't know why. It's nothing like my sound quality right now is fine. I'm 100% okay with it. And I know you guys are probably like, dude, don't. Like the sound quality is great. Yeah, but it's also one of those things that I you know, the video quality could drop. I'd be okay with it. I wouldn't love it, but I'd be okay with it. But it's the mic quality to me that is so really nice to have. It's if you're listening to me like for Let's Plays, the video that on average length that I make is 20 minutes. If you're listening to me for 20 minutes, I want to try to make that a smooth, soft experience, despite that I get loud and crazy sometimes. But yeah, and it's just something that I kind of wanted to buy myself a treat, to be honest with you guys. I haven't like bought anything in a long ass time, like a game. Yeah, I got Fallout Nuka World. That's pretty much it. But I wanted to buy myself something materialistic, kind of, just because I felt like I was like, I'm doing pretty okay. Why not do that? So I did that. And it's such a weird thing as human beings, how that like buying something like that just as like a treat yourself, it just picks you up a little bit, which is it's weird. Like I'm not a materialistic person at all. Like I like to think if I became a millionaire tomorrow, I wouldn't buy a mansion and I wouldn't buy a Ferrari. I'd buy a Jeep because that's my favorite car, and I'd buy like a tiny house, and I just throw the money somewhere else. Like I wouldn't I save it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not like that, but I just do want that kind of thing, and I think it'd be nice to have. So expect that in the future. Hopefully the sounds good. I hope to get it before Destiny Rise of Iron drops, which is next Tuesday, which, yeah, wow, we may not have enough time to get it because I need to buy it through Amazon, and Amazon has to deliver it, but they don't deliver on weekends because everyone's, you know, away. But it's like 3 things you need to buy. You need to buy the condenser mic, you need to buy the plug-in that you need to buy to the plug-in, and then you need to buy the cord that goes into the computer, but then you also need to buy a 3-way head jack that allows you to get the mic audio but also the audio from your TV/PC, whatever you're rocking. And yeah, it's a pretty big setup thing, but hopefully, well, you know, the channel's better for it. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I don't really have that much to talk about besides, well, apparently I do with the 20-minute video, but yeah, just the whole the Let's Talk wasn't up last week because the sound got fucked up, but in actuality, I'm so thankful for that because we covered a subject that I was not ready to, you know, cover. Also, it was just like a kind of a sadder video because I was like, oh, boo-hoo. Anyway, the other thing is that I had the whole lump on my ball. It was not a good time. We're moving on. Okay. The other thing was that expect some Fallout because that's the game I'm trying to wrap up right now. Also, I'm having a blast. And for those of you guys who do get a chance, thank you so much. I realize that's not like the most enjoyed thing on my channel right now. The Battleborn is still kicking ass. Oh, also, I kind of wanted to talk about Battleborn. It's just kind of, honestly, at this point, Battleborn is kind of dead. Like, I know you guys watch it. I'm still gonna make videos on it. God damn, it may take ages, but I will do it. But the thing with Battleborn is that it's kind of dying significantly, and the reason why I say it's dying, like on PS4, it's still kicking. It's still enough to be like, I'm alive, but I'm like, it's like an 80-year-old man. Like, it's alive, but like, really? Like, compared to the young dude just freaking bolting, it's dead. On PC is what I mean when it's dead. Of course, that's the platform that I have it on, and I'm not spending that much money to buy it on PS4. I'm sorry, I'm a stubborn bastard. A lot of you guys were like, let me pay for it. Shut up. No, not doing that for me. Anyways, I appreciate it, but no. The thing I think would fix it a lot would be the free-to-play thing. The only reason I say that is because a lot of people say it's the tutorial stuff. I don't disagree with that. I don't really agree with that, though. The reason why is because I feel like the introduction to Battleborn wasn't a very hard one to learn. I feel like you go in there, you learn that the only thing you need to have a comprehension of is tank. Looking at your characters, like what his passives, his skills are, I think even a person that plays Call of Duty could understand that, like, oh, this guy's passive is this dude's that is that. Like, it's kind of, if you just read, you'll understand it. So I don't really think that tutorial stuff is needed. Same thing with the spider tank. Like, I played my first game of Battleborn and I picked up that the spider tank, we need to kill that. We need to kill the ads. What do you call it? When you start a multiplayer match, it tells you a tutorial right on the front of the ship of what happens, what you do. So I don't necessarily think there needs to be a deeper tutorial system. Yeah, but the only thing again, the reason why I say I think in order for the game to do well, I'm not sure if it can be great, but in order for it to get back on its feet, it needs to go free to play. I said that before, and a lot of you guys said yes. Like almost everyone, you guys, it was a resounding yes to say yes. The reason why is because Overwatch exists, and I'm not like an Overwatch fanboy. I love the game. I love Battleborn and Overwatch pretty much equally. Overwatch is saying it's strong isn't the biggest understatement of the year. It's literally one of the most played games when it comes to multiplayer games ever. Like topping, I think, Call of Duty. Like that's insane. Even on PC, that's a pretty fair feat. And honestly, there's nothing a person could say that why you wouldn't play Overwatch opposed to Battleborn. Overwatch has a consistent players that will immediately, get you matches. Battleborn doesn't have that. Battleborn has very few players on its system. If you make it a free-to-play game, that'll at least give somebody something to say as a counter to Overwatch. It could be like, all right, well, it's the poor man's Overwatch. You could say that, and that way people would buy it, or not buy it, but they would get it. And if you implemented skins and you started investing money into those skins, and you can still charge DLC, but it'd be a free-to-play game, and you just buy DLC as it comes. Like the what is the damn thing? The characters, sure. For season pass holders, we've already paid for that, so I hope you don't charge us twice. And like the special DLC mods, like you could just basically make the entire storyline free as well as the campaign free. And I realize that's shit to hear as like a game thing. Like people will be like, we can't sell free to play. Despite, Warframe has always been I think almost always has been a free to play game, and that game makes more money than most games do ever. That's insane, and it makes consistent money because it keeps making transactions. Now, Warframe, I really hope it doesn't take that route, because Warframe is a grind fest. It literally it's like spend 4 hours trying to grind for this one armor piece, or drop some platinum. Most people drop platinum because they don't want to die. They don't want to sit there and hate themselves after farming for 8 hours. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Overwatch real quick. No, not real quick at all. It took like 5 minutes to explain that. But anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this Let's Talk. Kind of made up for the the delay of one, or the lack thereof one. But yeah, covered a lot in this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed me just talking. God, it was awkward getting through that ball thing, I'll be honest. Looking back on it, I'm like, oh God, no. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching as always. Hopefully you guys give the Fallout a chance. I know it's weird because yeah, you probably are playing it and whatnot, so maybe you just don't like Fallout. That's fair. But yeah, expect some Destiny. Hopefully you're down with that at least. There will be still Battleborn and hopefully Overwatch in the near future. It's just every time I go to record an Overwatch or Battleborn video, I'm kind of sick or ill. I hate introing the video like I'm sick, because it's like you're being a pussy. It's the 4th time you've introed like this. Suck it up. God, I'm not your outlet. You're my outlet. I'm like, all right, fair enough. Bye guys. I can't even. If you made it through all this, you're a champ. You're the best, man. Honestly, you're too good for me. Okay, moving on. I hit the mic shit.